Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Links, and welcome to another Duel Links update video. So, on today's update, we have brand new skills for Jaden and Chess, and we also have the VRAINS level cap increase. That's right, Yu-Gi-Oh! VRAINS was just increased from level 30 to level 35. So, without further ado, because we have a lot of content to go through, let's have a look at the new skills. So first up, we have two new skills for Jaden. None of them are good. The first one is Neos Tribute. You can normal summon or set elemental hero Neos with one less tribute during this duel. This is awful because, guess what? Hero Alliance just lets you normal summon Neos for no tribute. So you never play this. And Hero Alliance also gets you your fusion card if you normal summon Neos. So basically no reason to play this ever. Even if they nerf Fusion Alliance or Hero Alliance to not let you normal summon elemental hero Neos, you still won't play this, right? This is awful. Then we have Generation of Heroes. At the beginning of the duel, add 15 elemental hero monsters to your extra deck. Also, the following effect can be used once per duel if you control one of the following monsters. Set one Skyscraper to your field from outside of your deck. This skill can only be used if you begin the duel with a deck, including the extra deck, that contains at least 17 elemental hero monsters, including all the following monsters: 1 Wingman Fusion monster, Avian, Burstinatrix, Clayman, Sparkman, and Bubbleman. So, the 15 elemental hero monsters added to your extra deck are Jaden's Season 1 Fusion Heroes. So you can expect stuff like Mariner, Steam Healer, Rampart Blaster, Mudball Man, Necroid Shaman, Dark Bride, you know, the stuff used on Season 1, and they are all awful. So this skill won't really see any play outside of Hero Highlander roleplay decks, right? It's quite bad if we're being honest. Then we have the probably best skill of this bunch, still not that great, but the best out of all of them, which is Chess skill. Level change. Return one level monster or one level up to your deck from your hand, then add one level monster or one level up to your hand from your deck. So level up is a spell card that just lets you normal summon, or better special summon, the next form of a level monster. The cards you probably want to play with this are the Horus Fusion Horus monsters and the Armed Dragons. That's why they give this skill to Chess. So you can just turn the Armed Dragon level 3 into a level 5, or a level 5 maybe into a level 7 if you got level 5 on the field with a card like Oja Match. That's something you can do, just get Armed Dragon level 7 on your first turn. Not exactly the strongest first turn, but it is something you can do. Something a little more exciting are the Horus cards. It says Horus the Black Flame Dragon level 8 just negate a spell card, so quite a powerful effect. The problem is getting the level 6 on the field, but if you can get this on the field, then you can just use level up and straight up go into level 8. Which is quite exciting. It's quite a good combo. It's a good card going first. That's what I mean to say. So yeah, as you can see, the new skills aren't that good. But what about the level cap increase? Is it any good? Well, it's quite interesting if I'm being honest. Let's do them one by one. So the first card here is Cold Talker, the regular Cold Talker. We got one for free when VRAINS released as a Link promotional card, kinda, and now we're getting another one. Won't see any play. You only play one copy in Cold Talkers because you need to, so one more copy is kind of irrelevant. The card that's more exciting that Playmaker's getting is Linkuriboh. Now Linkuriboh is one of the best Link ones in the game. Surprised we're getting this over something like Link Spider, but we're getting Linkuriboh, which is pretty good. What this card does: it requires one level 1 monster, and when an opponent monster declares an attack, you can tribute this card. Change that monster's attack to 0 until the end of the turn. If this card is in your graveyard, you can quick effect, tribute one level 1 monster, and special summon this card. You can only use this effect once per turn. Now, Linkuriboh is quite a good card, but not because of its effect. Its effect is decent, right, if you have to have something on the field, but what is really good about it is that it's a Link 1 that requires a level 1 monster. If it was a Link 1 that required any monster, it would be incredibly broken, but whatever, it's a Link 1. So, what cards can you send to the graveyard that are relevant with Linkuriboh? Well, first up, you can already see Dotscaper. Dotscaper with Linkuriboh is straight up a Link to a monster. Another really good card to send with Linkuriboh is the Vampire cards, right? You can see them here because no one plays vampires, but the Vampire cards are required to go to the graveyard. They are all level 1, so you can use them. Another card that is straight up a Link 2 with Linkuriboh, Glow Up Bulb. Great card. The Buster Whelp for Buster Blader, it requires to be in the graveyard to use your trap to fusion summon, so you can just use Linkuriboh. So as you can see, it has plenty of use. Another card that requires to be in the graveyard to make use of it, the White Stone of Ancients, and we also have the White Stone of Legend. So Blue Eyes will probably have a spot in the extra deck for this card. So, as you can see, plenty of decks make use of Linkuriboh. It's a really good card, it's really solid. Don't have Soul Burners. Soul Burner gets a brand new Salamangreat Xyz, which is Salamangreat Blaze Dragon. And if I'm being honest, this card sucks. If this card will be destroyed by battle or card effect, you can detach one material. Instead, during the battle phase, if this card has no material, you can quick effect, special summon from your extra deck one Salamangreat Xyz monster by using this face-up card you control as a material. This is treated as an Xyz summon. Transfer its materials to the summon monster, and you can only use this effect once per turn. If this card is Xyz summon using Salamangreat Blaze Dragon, you can destroy one monster your opponent controls. So, getting this thing out of material is going to be kinda rough, if we're being honest. Your opponent has to be a bit of a blockhead to get into the trap, I guess you could say, of just trying to destroy this multiple times and let you Xyz summon another one. It requires 2 spaces in your extra deck, which is kinda rough. And to be honest, you'd just rather play any other rank 4 in Salamangreat. You'd rather make a Malevolent Sin or an Xyz Dragon, right? Rebellion. This is kinda awful. I was expecting something better for what's his name? Soberers, level ups. Maybe a single copy of Spinny would be nice. A single copy of Mirage Stalio. Just anything to make pure Salamangreat a deck again. Because right now it's just used as an engine for Code Talkers, which is quite sad in my personal opinion. Salamangreat should be able to play on its own. I get it that the whole Gazelle with the trap card was quite strong, but having the deck be able to make plays on its own is kind of important in my opinion, right? Just reducing Salamangreats to an engine, it's quite sad. Especially as someone that quite enjoyed playing that deck. Anyways, Salamangreat ramble over. Blaze Dragon isn't an option, but I don't think it's very good. Then we have the Go Onizuka. He's bringing a brand new rank 4 Goki Destroy Ogre, and this is like one of the worst Goki rank 4s. You would much rather play the one we already have. The first time each monster discards points to would be destroyed by battle each turn. It is not destroyed, which is an okay effect. During your main phase, you can activate this effect. You cannot special summon monsters for the rest of this turn except Gokis. Also, your opponent special summons 1 or 2 monsters from their graveyard. Then, you special summon up to that many no-link Goki monsters from your graveyard to a zone discards point to. you can only use this effect of Goki Destroy Ogre once per turn. So here's the thing, this card is quite unfortunate in Duel Links because you can never summon 2 monsters, right? Because both down arrows are diagonal, so you can only summon 1. And I think your opponent can summon 2 monsters, and then you are only able to summon 1. So it's inherently a disadvantage. You would much rather play Goki Master Ogre, the one we already have. I wish they just gave us something like Blade Ogre instead. Like they could give us one Destroy Ogre and then a Blade Ogre, and that would make me happy. Now, the most exciting new level up reward, right? Blue Angels. We're getting another copy of Crimson Heart. This is our 3rd one, to be expected. At least the following cards, when we get the level 40 level cap increase, will be new. But the most exciting card, TRICKSTAR LIGHTSTAGE. It's coming on limit 1. That's how powerful this card is. When this card is activated, you can add 1 TRICKSTAR monster from your deck to your hand. Once per turn, you can target 1 set card in your opponent's spell and trap zone. While this card is in the field zone, that set card cannot be activated until the end phase, and your opponent must activate it during the end phase, or else send it to the graveyard. Each time a TRICKSTAR monster you control afflicts battle damage or effect damage to your opponent, inflict 100 burn damage. So, why is this card so good? Besides being a Rhoda for TRICKSTARs, it's a Rhoda for TRICKSTARs. And it also blocks one of your opponent's set spell and traps, which is quite good. Now, what is really interesting is that in a couple of weeks we are getting the Orcust link box. And Orcusts and LinkStars, TRICKSTARs are a match made in heaven. Why? Because you can use Candina and LIGHTSTAGE to search a Corobane, special summon the Corobane, make a link to Nightmare monster, usually Phoenix, then Phoenix into Mermaid, and Mermaid into Orcust Nightmare. From there, you can go into Orcust Galatea and search the Omni Negate trap card. This is what's called the Orcust combo. And it's really strong. It's a really strong engine that can fit into basically any deck. You'd play, in this case, 1 LIGHTSTAGE, triple Candina, and 1 Corobane. It's a really strong combo. Otherwise, this is just a really solid buff for TRICKSTARs, right? Every deck would like to have a Rhoda like this that also can just lock up a trap card, especially in a meta where we have Bulls, IDP running around. It's just a really strong card. I don't think it needed to be limit 1, if I'm being honest. Just, I guess soft limiting as a level up reward would be enough. But you know, Konami is kind of worried about, I guess, giving strong cards to TRICKSTARs. The last new level up rewards are Triple Burst Dragon. This is a Link 3 Dragon monster. It's used in Dragon Link builds for revolvers. It was quite used on Master Duels N/R tournament, right? So what does this card does? Or what does this card do actually? Once per turn, during the damage step, when a spell trap card or monster effect is activated, quick effect, you can negate it. If this card attacks a defense position monster, inflict piercing during your main phase, except the turn this card was special summon, you can tribute this card, then target 1 Link 2 or lower monster in your graveyard, special summon it. Then you can special summon 1 low 4 or lower dragon monster from your hand. So 3 of these cards is kind of overkill. Something else would have been nice, something like Absoluter Dragon, I guess. But this card is good just on the basis that the Rocket deck was lacking a decent Link Stream monster to go into. The other option was Particular Drumgong, which is not a very good card. It just blocks you. And it has a decent battle phase negate, right? You can negate a spell trap card in the battle phase, even a monster effect. It's sort of like a Samurai Destroyer. It's a better Samurai Destroyer in that way. It also deals piercing, which is not that relevant. Not many decks summon in defense position, but you know, it can come up. So it's a pretty decent card just on the basis of being a link tree that Rocket decks can use. So overall, what do I think of the VRAINS level cap increase? If I'm being honest, this is less exciting than the Arc V level cap increase. If you guys remember that, they gave us cards like a Crocobat Joker, the what's his name, the DDDs, both DDD Dog and DDD Hyflin King Genghis were both great. They were really exciting. Solidari's what's his name, comedian, Abyss Actor comedian. So it's not as exciting as Arc V's level cap increase, but it's still quite interesting. It's certainly better than Zexos, for example. So that should be all of this. That should be all for this update. If you guys enjoyed this video, if you guys enjoyed this little conversation, don't forget to leave a like and to subscribe for more Duel Links content. Leave a comment down below to tell me what do you think about these updates, if you enjoyed them, if you think they're kind of lame, whatever you want. Even some nonsense just helps me out with the algorithm. With all that being said, my name is Links, and I'm out. Peace.